Hello and welcome back to the show. And today I am going to be answering 10 anime questions. I've been an anime fan for years now, so I figured, let's just answer some anime questions. And here we go. So, the first anime I've ever watched was the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Which I remember because I was watching TV and I believe this was the summer of 2005, right before first grade started, which was 19 years ago. And I mean, I still remember because it stuck with me for all these years. And I remember Yu Gi Oh! Just came on screen and I was instantly hooked. I loved that show as a kid, still love it to this day. And Yu Gi Oh! Still holds a special place in my heart, and that was the first anime that I've ever watched. When I became an anime fan, so even though I started watching anime when I was 5 years old, I didn't really find out what anime was until I was 14. Because, when I was a kid, the only thing that I thought of when something came on TV was cartoon or real people. I mean, I didn't know the terms live action, animation. To me, it was just like cartoon, real people, and that's what I referred to it as. So I didn't discover what anime actually was up until 2014, and ironically, once again, because of Yu-Gi-Oh, where I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds, and I was tired of waiting week to week for episodes to come out, and I went online and I wanted to see like how many episodes were actually left and so on. And that's when I found out that English dub, English sub, and I found out what anime actually was in 2014. But I didn't become a proper anime fan until 2016, where I was on vacation at a hotel and I was just sitting in the lobby reading a Suicide Squad comic book. And the hotel's concierge came up to me and we talked about the movie for a bit. And then he told me about Death Note. And I asked him, what is that? And he told me it's an anime, and he told me that it's a really good show and I should definitely check it out. So that night, I went up to the room and I just watched the first episode of Death Note, and instantly I was invested in the story, in Light Yagami, in this world. I wanted to know where the story would go, and I watched the entirety of Death Note in about a week or week and a half at the end of 2016, the summer of 2016. And yeah, Death Note is what made me an anime fan. So, and ever since then, never looked back. I've watched more anime than I can count, and it's just been an amazing thing being an anime fan for the last 8 years. I know that might be the generic answer, but Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. To me, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the perfect anime, the perfect combination of compelling story, interesting characters, great action sequences, fantastic music, beautiful animation. To me, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the perfect anime. Whenever someone asks me, hey, I want to start watching anime, what do you recommend? I always start them off with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood to me is the perfect anime, like the right combination of everything. And it's not just one of a great anime; it's also a great show. It's I'll put it up there with any form of media created. To me, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is one of the greatest things ever created. It is a phenomenal story, and I absolutely love it. It is a great show and one of the few things that to me is a perfect 10 out of 10. It is an absolute masterpiece. Favorite anime film? No question, Kimi no Na wa, Your Name. I remember seeing the poster for this movie with the comet and Taki and Mitsuha, and I was like, this looks absolutely beautiful. I have to watch it. So I watched the film the next day, and words could not describe how I felt after the first time watching that film. It was a visually stunning masterpiece, a beautiful work of art. The animation is beautiful, and for a film that came out in 2016 to this day, if you told me Your Name came out last week, I would 100% believe you. Um, I really loved the story of the film. The concept was pretty cool. Some really great comedy. Loved the connection between the two main characters, their dynamic, and that ending. Man, the tears, they were coming out. That scene at the stairwell. Man, it was just an amazing scene and an amazing film. Kimi no Na, like one of the best film experiences I've ever had. Great movie. Favorite anime opening. This was a really tough one. There are so many anime openings that I like, and I feel like on any given day that my answer to this question might be completely different. However, to me, two anime songs that I always go back and listen to is "Rain" by Sid, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood Opening 5, and "Bye Bye Yesterday," Assassination Classroom Season 2 Opening 2. To me, these two songs, when I hear them, I'll drop what I'm doing and I'll listen to them in full. I love these two songs. They got me hyped every time they played. Yeah, these two songs are two of my favorite anime openings, and I absolutely love them. Favorite anime ending song. Again, I feel like on a given day, my answer to this question might be different. However, two endings that I always reference. Secret Base, the ending song of Anohana. Absolutely beautiful, perfectly matches the tone and vibe of Anohana. Beautiful song, and it just has that feeling when you listen to it. It's just amazing song. And my other go-to anime ending song would be Styx Helix, the ending song for the first season of ReZero. To be perfectly honest, wasn't the biggest fan of ReZero, its first season. However, this song was to me, without question, the best part of ReZero's first season. It is absolutely beautiful. I'd always listen to it in full when it played. Just an amazing song, and I love it. So, Secret Base from Anohana and Styx Helix from ReZero, like two of my favorite anime ending songs. My favorite anime protagonist, to me, this has gotta be Lelouch from Code Geass. From the very first episode, I knew that I wanted to follow him on this journey and seeing how his story unfolded and everything he did, becoming Zero, the Black Knights, getting revenge against his father, the reveal, the Zero Requiem, just everything he did was captivating to watch. And his character arc and his journey throughout the duration of Code Geass was just for lack of a better phrase, just a spectacular thing to follow. And that ending, where it completely rounds out his character, it's one of the best character arcs that I've ever seen play out, maybe ever. So, Lelouch from Code Geass, probably my all time favorite anime protagonist. Yes, I've cosplayed as anime characters on three occasions. I cosplayed as Light Yagami from Death Note for the Toronto Comic Con in 2023. I cosplayed as Karma Akabane from Assassination Classroom for Fan Expo Canada 2023. And I cosplayed as Decim from Death Parade for the Toronto Comic Con 2024. So I've cosplayed as three anime characters so far and looking to do more in the future. The most anime I've ever watched in a year, no question, 2020. When COVID began and the world shut down, there was legitimately nothing to do except for just stay home and yeah, so I was just watching anime a lot more than I was able to in previous years, and I believe that by the end of 2020 I had watched like 80 something, I believe like 86 or 87 different anime. Like I watched so much anime in 2020 that when I was coming up with my top 10 list, the list of shows to choose from was massive. So 2020, around 86 or 87 different anime. Like that is the most anime I've ever watched in 1 year. The anime character that I wish was real, no question, Koro Sensei from Assassination Classroom. Junior high and high school was very rough for me. Not exactly a time period that I look back on with the fondest of memories. And, watching Assassination Classroom after I had graduated high school and was well into university, Koro Sensei, the way he was presented and the way he was portrayed, at the end of every episode, I told myself, I wish I had a teacher like Koro Sensei. It was just so well written that I could genuinely, I wish I had a teacher like Koro Sensei. Just so the way he taught Class 3E and the way the entire show played out was just an amazing thing to see. And yeah, he is the anime character that I wish was real more than anyone else. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.